Good morning, or depending when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always told, out of Voice of Radio. So today, we need to take a little bit of a look at V-Union, because V-Union has finally been officially revealed over here, by which I mean US, Europe, etc., outside of Japan. We knew that these V-Union boxes were coming. I told you that they were coming a little while ago. We did some predictions and things along those lines. We talked about what we expected to get. Well, great news, ladies and gentlemen. They are finally official. They are coming and they look fun. Now, they are officially releasing on September the 24th. Again, 5 days before my birthday. So if any of my family are listening, I want V-Union for my birthday, but please coordinate with each other, because I can only use one of each, so let's not have free Zashin, yeah? And they're going to retail for $29.99. What do you get for your $30? Well, you get the V-Union. Remember that the V-Union is a set of 4 promo cards. You get 4 packs of the Pokemon TCG, including what looks like an Evolving Skies, Chilling Reign, and Vivid Voltage, which is really kind of cool. And you do get 1 copy of Professor Burnett. This was one of the questions that we had the other day, and it has now gone and been answered quite nicely. You do get 1 copy of Professor Burnett when you buy a V-Union box. Now, of course, supporter cards, you can play 4 of them in a deck, which is a little sad, because I'm only getting 1 per V-Union. But then again, a lot of people are going to be buying 1 of each V-Union. That will give you free Professor Burnett. And don't forget that one of the Celebrations products that we are getting is actually a Pikachu V-Union. We haven't seen that yet. We don't know what it does. We've seen the product, but we've seen it with all the cards turned around. But we know that is also coming with 1 copy of Professor Burnett. What that means is that if you actually buy all 4 V-Union, you will have your playset. Having said that, Professor Burnett lets you search for your deck and discard any 2 cards. Basically, it's 2/3 of a battle compressor. As a supporter card, it's not good. I don't think it's going to see any real play. I don't think you even need 1 of them. But that's how Professor Burnett is being given out. Which does make sense, incidentally, because it's not specifically a V-Union thing, but it's blatantly designed for V-Union. And it would be weird, quite frankly, if it just got put into a set. It makes so much more sense putting it into these promo sets. And the thing is, because I don't think Professor Burnett is going to be a very good card, I think an awful lot of people are going to be willing to trade their copies of it. So if you really want to get a playset, but you don't want to buy all the V-Union, you're probably going to be fine. Now, one thing we do need to mention here, Danny Phantom over on Twitter has gone and told us that it looks like they are going to be released in 3 waves. Wave 1 is going to be in September, Wave 2 in October, and Wave 3 in November. That is to say, Pokemon are essentially expecting these to sell out, and you might not have perfect luck if you're trying to pick these up in September. However, and we've seen the Pokemon are doing this more and more lately, okay, fine, the first wave sells out, but there's going to be a second wave, and then there's going to be a third wave, and honestly, from what we've seen of Pokemon so far, if these do sell out really quickly, it's probably a fair bet there's going to be a 4th wave, and so on and so forth. So if you are struggling to find these when they are released, don't worry, it seems like other waves are planned. Now, if we talk about the price just for a second, because I've seen some discussion about this, it is $30. Which essentially makes it $10 more than your general V-Box, like the Dragonite we talked about yesterday. Now, I haven't actually mentioned yet, so let me say it now. One of the best things about these V-Union is that you do actually get the jumbo version in the pack. And this is amazing for me because, of course, one of the downsides of V-Union is that the card is cut into 4. And whenever you get something like this, I don't think it actually quite fits together perfectly. And it's cool, but it looks so much better as 1 continuous card. For me, I want these just because it's super convenient that it is a set of 4 cards. You can only play 1 of them. You play it as a set of 4. You buy the product, you get a set of 4. This is by far the best way to do things. As someone who played during the Combiner's Age of Transformers, having to pick up a set of 5 rares when there's only 3 rares per box, it was a nightmare. I did not like it. It was really super annoying. Being able to buy them as one thing is brilliant, and I love that we actually do get the jumbo version of it. Now, this makes it basically exactly the same as something like a Dragonite V-Box. The promo, the jumbo, 4 packs. You're paying an extra $10. But instead of getting 1 promo, you're getting a set of 4 promos, and you're getting Professor Burnett as well. So essentially, you're getting those 4 extra promos for an extra $10. That seems fair, honestly, ladies and gentlemen. That seems about right. The V-Box is at $20 for the 4 packs, the promo and the jumbo. That's been the case for a while now. Here, we are adding $10, but instead of 1 promo, it's a set of 4. And it's not really a set of 4 because Professor Burnett makes it a set of 5. I struggle to argue with this. This seems like an appropriate price point. Now, what is kind of weird, and we don't see this very often at all, but this makes it basically exactly the same as they are released over in Japan. You see, over in Japan, we had pretty much the same things, where you would buy the box and you would get all 4 parts of the V-Union, you would get 1 copy of Professor Burnett, and you would get a couple of packs as well. That's pretty much exactly what we're getting here. Although, as far as I am aware, and correct me in the comment section if I am wrong about this, I don't think Japan got the jumbo here, and these jumbos are awesome. So if you have Japanese friends, maybe pick up an extra jumbo or 2. Be a nice person. I don't know if Japanese players even want the jumbos, but it might be worth, looking out for them just in case. Now, there's been a whole bunch of discussion about how good these V-Union cards actually are, and we don't know. And we're not going to know. We are not going to know until they actually release. Until they're actually out and in our hands and we can play with them, we're not going to know. Now, remember, there are a few rules about them that you need to know. You play them from the discard pile if all 4 parts are in there. So if you get all 4 parts of Greninja V-Union in the discard, you can just play all 4 parts as 1 Pokemon from the discard. That is the only way to get them into play. It is also confirmed at this stage that all 4 parts of the V-Union do share a name. So that is to say, you can only play 1 Greninja V-Union because there are 4 parts to Greninja V-Union and all 4 parts of them have the same name, and you are limited to only playing 4 of a Pokemon with a certain name in your deck. Yes, that does mean if 1 copy of the V-Union is prized, you are unable to play the V-Union. Gutted, I suppose. And I've gone through all of them. I'll link them in the description. I cannot do a proper deep dive into them in this video. We don't really have the time. But I can tell you that there is huge potential in all of them. Greninja's got 3 abilities. 1 that prevents all effects of item cards to it. 1 that stops it being poisoned. And 1 that says you can look at your opponent's hand once during your turn. Which is kind of ridiculous. For a single energy, it does 130. For free energy, it does 180 and stops your opponent retreating. Or for free energy, it does 100 damage to each of your opponent's bench Pokemon, which for me is the best part of the card. It looks really, really good. Zacian V-Union. Now, I should say they've all got the same attack that for 1 colorless energy attaches 2 of the relevant color energy to them from the discard pile. We're not going to worry too much about that. I don't like it. But Zacian for free energy does 150 damage, and during your opponent's next turn, you take 150 less damage, which is a little bit nutty. Or for free energy, you can do a flat 200, or for free energy, you can do 340 and discard free. Clearly, that's 1-hit KOing V max territory. It's a little bit silly. Oh, I should mention that they give up free prizes when KO'd. I haven't said that yet, but they do. Mewtwo's got an ability which prevents all effects of attack, so only damage goes through. You can, for 4 energy, do 300, which is a bit nutty. For free energy, put 16 damage counters on your opponent's Pokemon in any way that you like, which can absolutely wreck evolution decks. Or for free energy, you can heal 200, and though you don't do any damage, you've got 310 HP and you are healing 200. If you can't do more than 200 damage, you literally can't KO it. I don't know if any of these are going to be phenomenal, game-breaking, stunning, wonderful, call it what you will cards, but I do feel very, very confident that these are going to be good cards that do see a bunch of play, and I think they're ones that we absolutely need to keep an eye out for. But I want to know what you think, and I want to know if you're going to pick up these products, and if you're going to pick them up, I want to know which ones you're going to pick up. For me, it's going to be all of them, so family, at the ready. So yeah, go nuts in the comment section, but be nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWasi, and Twitch for some live action at twitch.tv/PTCG Radio. If you want to support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and all that good stuff, head on over to patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can do exactly that. But by far the most important thing as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.